not just the numbness, but then when it got shared, how it actually showed up in your body, but it didn't.
Okay.
So it's bringing a really fine curiosity to it, and not from the mind, but from the body, because
Mm.
your body felt that.
Yeah.
So you just didn't connect the mind with the body. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I told her I didn't realize this made me so angry
No,
until I started telling you about it.
no,
And then, so yeah. Okay.
no. That's great. I mean, you're really demonstrating something that we all have experiences of. And it's very hard to see where we can't feel because we can't feel, or where we're numb because you can't feel
Yeah.
numb. So you have to um, take and zoom in more with that presence. You're zooming in, presencing, and then the witnessing, bringing the awareness to, what is it like to be numb? We did an exercise the other day about absencing, which is the same thing. And it was very hard, and it was very amazing. I go, okay, um, what am I absencing? It's not here. But in the looking at it, particularly with a couple other people, it was a triad. In looking at it, there was like this deep connection with the three of us, that we're all kind of, what are we absencing? I don't know what we're absencing, but in the looking for the absencing, we connected at a hugely deep level. Yeah, I hope that's helpful. The main
It
thing, I
is.
don't want you to think something's wrong, because something's very right. Your nervous system is doing exactly what it should be doing.
Um, no, what I'm hearing you say is that if you get with a really supportive person, then you can discover these things.
Yeah, somebody to mirror what your
Yeah.
expression, and
Yeah.
somebody that has a little bit of capacity to listen with empathy, not try to fix.
Yeah.
We don't want to go to someone who's going to tell us, well, you should stand on your head for 3 hours and take microfibers or something. No. That's not the kind of support we want. Somebody who actually is listening to us.
Right. Okay.
Friend obviously did, or was. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. It's a really good point, really important point. Thanks, Kristen. What else came up? Laura?
Yeah, I just want to say that happens to me too, Kristen. I have a delayed absence. I mean, that's what I'm doing. And yet today, um, during our lunch break, I was having a conversation with my husband and with my daughter, and just the combination of the two conversations, and me wanting to go on my walking meditation, um, I got triggered. And when we went into the meditation, I could feel like a real pain in behind my heart, between my shoulder blades, and it was actually getting bigger. And then I noticed, as I was trying to breathe into it, something like my perception was like I isolated that part of my body and separated. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm separating. So I just tried to relax, and as I just kept breathing slowly, I could feel it in my body, in behind my heart. And the whole exercise really helped me identify very precisely where that was so deeply um, situated. And then I really tapped into mad, sad, scared. It was huge. And I just kept breathing into it. I was about 5. I could get very precise. So I'm amazed. In a year working, I guess it's over a year working with you, Michael. I'm definitely um, trusting myself to go into go into that emotion. And it really helped just to stay with it. And I found myself, I think it helped me hearing Tina's process today. It gave me kind of that courage to just um, go from the witness to the embracing, and just really allowing that, and loving myself for staying present, and loving myself as a 5-year-old staying present. And it definitely felt like I was breathing through the pain and slowly integrating that into my body. So the pain is no longer, and I'm feeling at peace. That's pretty great.
That's beautiful. Yeah. That's such a great description, Laura. Thank you. It's very useful when you can describe the process like you did. And I know everybody probably got a lot out of just the precision of it. That's what I keep saying, precision. Precision is love. It's the more accurate we can get. And by the way, we don't have its in our body. You know, when we say it hurts, well, there's no its in your body. That's your body. That's you. That is the vessel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the fear, right? Like it's like this, it's that separation, because
Right, exactly.
it's overwhelming. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody's more fun than people, right? What else came up here?
I'll share.
Thank you.
I'm not sure what came up. I don't have the language or the precision or the process
Yeah.
to speak about it, except, and it's I think what I've observed today is that my moving into certain parts of my body, I maybe it's numbness, maybe I'm just not there. It's almost like disembodied.
Yes.
You know, I'm in certain parts, but not in others. So what I felt is, you know, as you were guiding us, was a tightness around my solar plexus. Kept trying to ask it, what are you telling me? What's going on? Who are you? What are you? And I think I intuited, besides feeling sort of like anxiety, but intuited a sense of grief, some sadness, and then I think some fear. And I kept breathing and moving along with you as you were guiding us and saying, don't shut it down, just stay open, don't try to chase it. I said, okay, I'm not going to chase you down to figure out who you are. I'm going to sit back and watch. And it moved from this, my solar plexus down into my left side. And I never, well, I don't know. That's it. Yeah, I mean, I just kept observing it. You know, I don't have any sense of interpreting it. I just observed it and I go, wow, okay.
Yeah.
But I felt that at least I got further along so that I could actually, if you will, feel.
Yeah.
You know, somewhere along my body, you know, meridians of my body. So, and I say that because in the earlier meditation, there was a point where I think I just zapped out. I mean, I can't, because I don't even remember some of it. And I thought, wow, that was interesting. Where did I go? So that's.
Yeah, no, beautiful. That's well articulated. And the one thing I would say is there is no further along because there's no destination. So it's just like I touched this deeper place in myself. And, because it's always right now. And, this whole thing that we're doing is the journey to now, to being more and more in what's the occurring, what's the showing right now in this moment. And that's the path into the silence, into the stillness, where everything waits. And, I don't often use the God word, but that's where God lives, in the silence, in the stillness. And in a way, we're deconstructing our identity with our awareness so that we can merge with the higher powers of spirit and connect with our soul. I mean, we're already connected with our soul, but I'm talking about there's a lot that we're not hearing that's not coming through with our soul. And the next meditation I want to do is to open up that channel a little more. So we're going to step into that in a minute and do a light meditation, which is, as I said earlier today, it's such a powerful resource. If you're feeling exhausted and tired out in the day, you've been feeding on your own physical being. If you're the more you tap in to the energy of your soul, the vertical energy. So we have the horizontal energy is our relationship to people and the world out here. That's, and a lot of that is the emotional world. And then the vertical world is our connection with source, down right into the ground. So, there are two really different worlds, the horizontal and the vertical world. And we've been working in the horizontal world mostly here. So I want to, in a little while after we hear from everybody, move into, well, let's take a look at the vertical world where we get nourished by our soul's energy. So this is the beginning of a long conversation, which we have 5 months to be involved in or more. So anyone else have anything they want to share? Any difficulty, any challenge with it, any insights with it, any illuminations or intuitions that came up? Because every sharing forwards the action of us all, getting this. So if you're saying, oh, I can't share that because I didn't get anything, or, like that was the offering that Kristen gave. And out of that came a whole spectrum of possibilities. So it doesn't matter what level we're at with this. It's just bringing ourselves more and more into attunement with divine law, basically, which is not two.
I'll share.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so when the practice began, and I could feel sensation in my throat, in my heart, and my solar plexus. Probably the sensation of maybe regret or shame or sadness. And then during the meditation, being guided to even delve further, where did this begin or start? And I then saw like the image of bright light and almost like a fort made out of a white sheet. And at first I was the observer of the white sheet in a bright room. And then we were guided during the meditation again, and this time I was inside the white sheet, and I was poking the white sheet with my hands and my feet, and just like a fluid, almost oceanic way. And then we were guided back from the meditation. It took me a bit of time to feel my body after that experience. My mind then wanted to analyze what the white sheet represented. What was it that I was inside the sheet? That it almost feels like a healing occurred, like the shifting from this tight shame feeling to going back into maybe the womb, and that a healing occurred at that point because it's an ancestral behavior that I realized that I have taken on, and that this ancestral behavior has the opportunity to heal so that the behavior doesn't continue to the descendants.
Mhm.
So
Beautiful. Wow.
that's what I got.
Wow. Let me ask you one question. When you were poking the sheet, was there anything there?
No, I mean, just poking the sheet it was just like this, just a space.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty profound experience. You were definitely in the light of, certainly in your own soul light, but probably moving into the light, the bigger light. That's amazing. That's really an amazing thing. And I would say you definitely had a healing. Keep journal notes in the next few days about that. That's brilliant. I mean, literally brilliant.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely do the notes. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you remind me a lot of when I had a death experience and died in the hospital, and I had that kind of being in the light like that. That's an amazing experience, Lori. Thank you for sharing us. Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob says, I'll let you be in my dream if I can be in yours.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's beautiful work. I can feel the release in you too. It's like,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Yeah,
Definitely. Yes.
very touching. Very
Yeah.
much so, yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, thank you for holding us space to share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. That's a hard one to follow. Very touched by that, Lori. Thank you. Okay. Anyone wanna say anything else? That's pretty amazing. Yeah. So let's do a light meditation. So what does that mean to do a light meditation? Again, I'm talking about the vertical axis. So in many traditions, the soul is just above the head. And often it's like about a meter or a yard above the head. And so we're surrounded by light, and as you do this, you'll feel that sense. When we went outside, that was you expanding your light outward into the yard, into the neighborhood, like that. But the source and the feeder of that is the soul, and then the soul, and again, who knows if this is true, but this is how I've learned it, and it feels right in my body when I say this, that there are many points of light that are all coming into me, and there's the soul light. And and the soul is not separate from spirit. So there's a direct connection to spirit that way. So what we're doing in the light meditation is to open up the channel to the direct channel to the soul, which for the most part is closed. And it takes practice. Many of you have done it with the light meditation with me before and know that, it's hard to keep our attention at the peak of the crown and above the head without falling back into the body. So in this, we'll kind of prepare ourselves, and then we're really going to sit with and keep bringing ourselves back to this and allow ourselves to just receive the light. That's all we're doing. You may have a sense of the crown moving upward as well as downward, but basically we're not imagining it, but we're looking for a column of light, a channel of light that's up above our head. And even just looking for any light above our head. So another way that I'll go through is, the possibility of just kind of having a funnel here and the light coming down into your heart, which is sometimes easier for people to feel that. So don't be concerned about whatever you get is what you get, but you're starting to open up that channel. Lori just kind of dove into the channel. But it's a pretty amazing place when you connect with that light. It's not trying to make it happen. It's not visualization, although you're visualizing yourself above your head, but your awareness above your head. So you're not visualizing light coming in. You're actually looking to recognize it. One more thing about recognizing is there's like a pulse to it often. So there might be like kind of a pulse coming down. So the main thing is take what you get. We'll do a little preparation work and, in the meditation, and then we'll spend a fair amount of time just allowing ourselves to open to the light. So a little more I'll say about it though. So many people connect the crown chakra and the light coming in with the third eye area and right in the middle between these two is the pineal gland, I think you say, which is like kind of like a walnut or something. And what happens is that often that place in the center of your brain gets illuminated and glows. That's an experience that many people have. Yeah, and any questions about what we're doing? So you're not making anything happen, but you're taking your awareness to above your head. Eventually we'll go through the body first and quiet the mind and everything, and then we'll do the actual light meditation. Yeah. Anne, did you have a question, or are you just looking at the... You got to unmute, hon. Can't hear you.
Yeah, Michael, you said something about, I've never heard this before, that in a lot of traditions they believe the soul is sitting above your head.
Yeah.
Um,
That it's always just above you. The light.
Because I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah, well, that's more the mystical traditions are into that, not the mainstream Catholicism or Judaism or any of the other. It's always in the mystics that you'll find these kinds of things.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
You may have to give up some of the prophets of Catholicism.
Well, I think of the soul as not a thing. It doesn't have matter. It doesn't,
No, it doesn't.
it's an essence. It's an essence.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how I think of it.
But the essence is light.
So,
The essence is light.
okay.
Our essence is light. We are light beings. We are nourished by light.
Okay, yeah. Universal light. Okay,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
helps.
but we each have a flavor which is related to our ancestors, our lineage, the things that went before us, the operating instructions for our being here on the planet at this time, all of that. And when we're listening for the emergent future in the present, that is download of light. That's literally light awakening. Enlightenment is light coming into the body, literally.
Okay.
And so we all have light in our body. And when I'm saying we're eating the light in our body, kind of when we're not resourced, because we're not taking new light in.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, just see what you get. Again,
Yeah.
You'll get whatever you get.
Now the
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Anything else? Any other questions? Any comments? Anything not clear? We'll just try it out, hey? See what happens. Okay. So now we just want to get ourselves back into a receptive place. Take my glasses off here. And just coming back into the body, which is our cup, our vessel that holds life, holds the thoughts, holds the emotions, holds the relationships, holds our ancestors. And just bringing ourselves and getting a felt sense of the body. And there's really two ways. We have a felt sense, but we also can see into the body. Another thing that you can cultivate actually with your intention. See the bones, the muscles, the organs in the body. Kind of like an X-ray. So we just open up our felt sense and our inner seeing, which helps with doing this meditation. And taking some nice deep breaths together. Elongating the out breath, which takes us deeper into the physical body. And get a sense of the spaciousness of the body, the interior body. "50 trillion cells in an average body. And hundreds of trillions of atoms. All moving around. And the atoms is a nucleus, a proton, an electron field, which is creating light. So our body is filled with light. And that light actually shines out to the edges of the universe. That's the light we were born with, some that we acquired. So first of all, just to get a sense of being a being of light. "99% or more of your body is space. And in that space is light. When someone dies, you can see the light leave their body. So just noticing as we go through the body and scan the body, yes, there's material, as Anne said, there's material. Mostly there's space and light. Where there's contraction, where there's tension, there's less light. Where there's space and expansion, there's more light, more space for it. So just notice any tension, any holding, any pain, any numbness, and allow it to be just the way it is and just the way it isn't. And now notice any emotions that might be coming up. Fear, joy, sadness, shame, anger, grief. And just again, take a moment to see what the flavor of the emotion is and where do we locate that in our body. And just notice the quality of the mind. Is it busy thinking, kind of a helicopter mind floating above the head? Or is it really just settled in the body? We want to take our awareness up to the highest point of our crown and just see if you can actually see the top of your head with your inner sight, inner seeing. And we're going to hold our attention above the head. So just get a sense and go up above your head. Just imagine the energy of the body continues up above the head. And just get a sense that about a meter or a foot, yard above your head, you might immediately see it, or it might not appear. Don't try to imagine it, just really pay attention to the space above your head. And I'm going to be silent for a while, and we're just going to be keeping our attention there. See if you can feel a bit of a pulse coming down from the light, a pulse of light coming in through the crown, down into the body, and really illuminating the body. Just bringing the fullness of your presence to that space above your head. Soft breath. Relaxing the body, keeping the awareness above the head. Just keeping the focus there. Feeling the stillness. And if you're feeling a little bit challenged by holding your attention there, just imagine a funnel coming right into the top of your head, into the crown, and light pouring down through that, through the crown of the head, and directly down into the heart. And just feel a sense of light expanding and pulsing in the heart and out through the veins and arteries and channels of the heart. And feeling the light throughout the body. And taking a few breaths and bringing your awareness back down fully into the body. And just getting a sense of your interior. What's happening? What's your felt sense of your body, of your energy, of the rhythm, the structure, the movement? Just noticing any changes from before, any shifts. Any new emotions that are arising. And then let's take a few more breaths together. Bringing ourselves back, feeling your fingers and your toes. Back fully in your body. And gently open your eyes when you're ready. Before we stretch, maybe just connecting with everyone. Kind of noticing the mood of the field. Make a note of what you feel and sense in the field. And then maybe stretch a little bit. Okay. So, who would like to share about their experience? Anne, please.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I was noticing, I was having, well, what came up for me was frustration and anger. And I got that I can have this light to like surround that anger and frustration, and I don't have to be at the effect of it. I
Mm,
can use the light to, I can use the light to not transform it, but I mean, allow it to be there, but I can then be free of the hold on myself.
right.
So that's what I did. Yeah,
Yeah. You were allowing
I
yourself,
didn't try to,
you were
yeah,
allowing
I wasn't
yourself
trying to
to
make the anger,
sorry, go ahead.
no, I didn't try to make the anger go away. I just tried to have the light support me through it.
Yeah. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
You didn't react, you responded. So that's beautiful. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. It's gorgeous. How do you feel in your body?
I feel good. My body feels I don't feel tense.
Mhm. Yeah, you feel very
My
relaxed.
body just feels yeah, relaxed.
Yeah.
And I'm more awake.
Interesting. We did all that meditation and you're more awake. Hmm. That's cool. Man. Thank you. It's beautiful. Really nice. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah. Yeah.
you.
Who else wants to share? Yes, Tina. I was waiting for you to raise your hand.
Yeah, I felt in the field, I feel, I've set in myself and in the field, just a sense of being nourished and filled. And it took me a while to get into the flow of it. My body, I guess my internal proprioception was not congruent at first, and and so finding the crown chakra and having a sense of that, because I was trying not to try, but finally I relaxed into it and just allowed it to be where it was, and the light just flowed and flowed and flowed into me, and and Anne, I appreciate so much what you said, because also for me, I had the same experience of then some SHIT arising, and 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 some anger with it, and just some feelings about it, and the light just, it's not like it trumped it like if you're playing bridge or anything, but it it just nourished me fully. And the anger, the feelings of inadequacy, whatever they were, took a back seat, and they were there, but they were not holding me. Just what Anne said.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't say it any differently than what Anne said, but I felt that too, and it was so, I appreciate it so much. Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And I
Yeah.
love what you said about the trying not to try. How do you try not to try, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, but it occupies us when we try not to try. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But we do
Well,
that.
you had said not to visualize, and so previously when I've done light meditations, I've been visualizing, and so I thought, okay, don't visualize, don't, and all of a sudden I just thought, no, don't. So just,
No, don't.
just
Right. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. A great feeling. Yeah, that sense of calm and settledness and all rightness was palpable.
yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. Good. What else? What else came up from people?
I found I was really tuning into my heartbeat, and the rhythm of my heartbeat really allowed me to stay present. And then I had this new sensation. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's like the field of energy around my heart was getting thicker,
Mm.
and it was like I could stay with the flow. I could stay in the rhythm, and slowly, that expression of get out of your way.
Mhm.
I was getting out of my way.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely. Um, the thickness. I don't think that's quite the right word. I mean, I know it's the word you used.
It's not the right word. I don't have
More,
the right
it's
word.
more about an intensity, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah. Because thickness kind of feels more, with the
yeah.
light, it's more of a brightness or an intensity for me, usually, anyway.
It's a vibration almost.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's an intensity that has a vibration to it.
Yeah. Not almost, it is.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to find the word. So
No, it's good. Yeah, it's hard because most of us have never done this or don't know, don't have a language to hold it or a context even to hold it in,
yeah,
especially if we have a particular kind of learning from our religion or our family beliefs or our ancestral beliefs, and all of a sudden, wait a minute, something happened, but I'm not quite sure where it fits in my world. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else want to share? Yeah, Vincent.
Yeah, I'll kind of pick up on that. I experience the light is like this thick golden honey
Mm.
that just cocoons me. So I kind of resonate with the feeling of the thickness, but I know it is that vibrational field that it's like one of my grandmother's handmade quilts that just goes around. And I have to say that I just spend most of that time down in the rainforest in Ecuador, sitting in the trees where I used to sit, and I really feel like I just traveled to South America and went back to um, just the primal mother
Mm.
creative energy of the primal rainforest. I Yeah, yeah, it just feels like I was sitting there and just so at peace and so held um, in in um, in Pachamama, in the cosmic mother um, energy. It was quite quite refreshing and nostalgic in the way that I really it makes me want to get back down there. But I was just there, so that will nourish me. But that was an amazing journey. I appreciate the opportunity to go down there without putting carbon in the atmosphere.
That's great. Thanks. Thank you, Vincent. That's wonderful. Yeah. I know I missed the Amazon. I haven't been there for 7 or 8 years, actually. Anything else? Anybody have any difficulties they wanted to share with accessing it? That's great. What time is it? Oh, we have 20 minutes. Well, Ray, did you want to say something?
Well, sure, I don't want to say something. So as a practice of meditation, I definitely white light all the time. It's now I noticed I used it only at certain times, kind of like if I was to do that every morning, my life would be so blissful. Literally, like I could start the whole day off being my energy source of the universe, wildly connected to everybody, white light all around. But it's kind of like that might be boring. Like you know enough you don't want, so you want to have things to work on and stress out and fix the stuff. And like so, it's like dummy. Just so like if I'm going to go go-kart racing, I'll leave my house and they do a movement meditation when I'm driving my car 12 miles to a kart track, white light streaming in and wrap my whole body in white light. Time at the off ramp, it's like, I'm just like the Pillsbury Doughboy white light entity, just peaceful, relaxed, and go to the track and what's happening with people around me, racing and excitement. It's all part of just living life beautifully. And you know, like when Anna and I travel across country, we always grab white light on freeways. That way, we're not like worried about the traffic coming in at us. And it's like okay, but we do have like for a reason, like we're gonna protect ourselves. Versus being like, well, in the morning, just do that, and just be connected with the source of energy you have, you know, light inside your body. All we are is like, I am the way of the light. That's what it is. And I normally do it in the outside type wrapping job. It's the way I let it flow in me and through me, like you suggested to do, and allow it to be the way it was. And
Yeah,
it's magic.
lovely. Thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Let's do one more little journey. Particularly want to one of the things that's really useful, if there's something that you're wanting to solve or to figure out about your future or about something that you're wanting to call in for yourself, for the world, for anyone, I want to do just a short exercise to do that. So kind of get a sense of something that you really want to call forth. And let's go back into our meditation for just a minute and come back to that sense of I can feel the kind of relaxed calmness and feet on the floor, and just allow yourself to just be back in this meditative state. No effort, effortless unfolding presence. And again, just noticing, oh, I'm in a body. I have emotions. I have thoughts. I have relationships to myself and to others. And just imagine that you've got a coin, and holding that coin in your hand, I want you to imbue the coin with this thing that you're really wanting to call forth. Something in your life that you really want. Could be spiritual, could be physical, could be emotional, could be for someone else. But just imagine you're holding this coin and you're imbuing it with this longing, this thing that you're wanting to call forth. And then I want you to imagine that you're by the ocean and you're holding this coin, and you say what you want twice, and you take the coin and you throw it into the water, and you watch it go down in the water, down, 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 and you release it. You let it go. And you come back to your body. Notice how you feel, any emotions, any thoughts, any sensations. And you just let it go. And bring yourself slowly back with your breath. Feel your fingers and toes. And bring yourself back into the circle. So that's a prayer. Remember, I say prayer, contemplation, and meditation. Okay. A prayer, we were really, in a way, asking our interior self, our soul self. But when we release that request, we let go of all expectations of having it, but we put it into the universe of something we really want. And so we're not praying towards some entity out there. In fact, it's more like we're praying to the inner divine nature of ourselves and allowing the greater power that moves through us to take it on without expectation that it's going to happen or not happen. So it's like a decree. We don't say, please give me this, but we give it to ourselves and let it go and release it as a acknowledgement to trust the higher power that moves through us. So we're not like so many people beg, please, give me this. But really, it's an offering from our heart to our own heart. And if it's in the flow of life, it will happen because you've put it out there. If it's in alignment with your soul's path, it will happen. In some sense, actually, in a very great sense, it already has happened. It may not have been manifested in this moment of now, but when it's manifested, it will be now. So we just honor that power of magnetic presence, being able to attract that which is appropriate for the path and for our journey in this time on earth. I'm so grateful to you all for taking the time to be here today. I know it's a holiday weekend. Buddha also agrees. Thank you for taking the time. He's rolling on his back thinking it's time to get his belly rubbed. Oh, anyway, just so grateful to you and to to have this particular group, the Sangha that we have. You know, we bring this energy in Wednesday. You know, I've consciously been including all the people who couldn't be here throughout the day, and I hope you also will, you know, really feel their presence in the group, because we are bonding. You know, this time, this first couple months is really a time of bonding and connecting and being a we space. And, you know, what I'm bringing in is particularly focused on, you know, deepening that we space as much as possible. So any last comments, words, questions, anything that anyone would like to say? We got a couple minutes left.
Well, I'll say that I'm going to go have that walking meditation when we sign off.
Thanks.
And so I will fulfill the the homework.
Thank you. That's beautiful. I love your integrity, my friend. You have great integrity.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
I know. It shows. Thank you. Anyone else have any last comments, questions, thoughts? This is an opportunity to be complete. So if there's anything to say that wants to be said, we'll take a few minutes to be complete.
Michael, I just want to say thank you for holding the sacred container for all of us to be, to feel safe and complete, to share our most authentic self and experiences. And thank you to all of you for sharing your practice with all of us, so, and with me. So thank you.
Thank you, Lori. It's so good to have you in this group. Just so wonderful. Yeah, thank you.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for the blessing it's been to be with you today. It feels like a moment. You know, we technically, well, I won't go into linearity, but you know, I feel it's been very revelatory, very moving, very moving. It's just touched my soul. So I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for your generosity.
And I'm going to add to that, even though I've already gone, because I want all of you to know that when I shared that little bit coming back from our lunch break, and I was kind of still in the emotional phase, that I felt in the field so much empathy and space from all of you. It was palatable on this end how accepting you were, all of you, in allowing me not only to emote, but to accept that whole situation. I really felt you all. Thank you very, very much for that.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
And Vincent, thank you for sharing yourself. You're doing that gives us a chance to be with you, and everybody else is sharing. It gives us a chance to be more all connected human beings to people. So thank you for all of you for doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just have such deep appreciation for every single one of us here today. And thank you, Michael, for providing this opportunity. Thank you.
Really my pleasure. Thank you. Yeah. That's great. I wanted to say that Tuesday night, I'll be doing a master class on the inner science of presencing. And I hope you'll join if you're available. It's, I think, 5 o'clock on Tuesday, I believe. And then there's the Way of the Mystic coming up, which we don't have very many people in. I think there's a lot going on, but if you know anyone that wants to do, that's kind of our basic flagship course, the Way of the Mystic, and gives kind of a grounding to prepare people for doing this kind of work. So yeah, if you have any ideas of anyone that wants to do that, please, you know, and people can set up a 15-minute call with me, although, yeah, in the next week anyway. Just on the website, there's a 15-minute free intro call. So anybody who's really interested can just call and talk to me personally, make an appointment. Yeah. So, yeah. I love you all so much. I carry you with me everywhere I go. As E.E. Cummings says, I carry your heart here. I carry it in my heart. And I really feel that way. Do you know that poem? No? Oh, well, always got to end with a poem anyway. Let's see. Okay, are you ready? I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart, and never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear, and whatever is done by only me is your doing. My darling, I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are, my world, my true, and it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it here in my heart. So with that,
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm going to send that to you too.
Thank you. Yeah, please. That was lovely.
Nice. Yeah, I love you, E. Cummings. All right, my dears. I will see you maybe Tuesday, but for sure on Wednesday morning. And just have a great weekend. Yeah, happy Labor Day. Don't labor too hard, though. I think you're supposed to relax on Labor Day. Much love.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Food is ready. That tail is wagging.
Scratch my belly.
Here, come here. Come here. Say goodbye. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yay!
Bye, everybody. See you all soon. Bye.